Way back in 2013, Electronic Arts gained the exclusive rights to develop Star Wars video games. That year at E3, it was announced that DICE, developer of the Battlefield series, had been working on a reboot of Star Wars Battlefront. There was a sense of cautious optimism. Many were happy to see a return to the series that put Star Wars shooters on the map. Many others were worried that EA would find a way to screw it up. Fast forward to 2015 and the game finally released, hot on the heels of Episode 7. The game was met with mixed reception. It was criticized for its lack of campaign and sparse content in multiplayer. Not only that, but the game included a $50 season pass, locking non-season pass holders away from content and segmenting the audience. Then Star Wars Battlefront 2 was announced. We were promised things would be different. There's a campaign this time, and all the DLC will be free. Things were looking up, and we were all pretty excited. Unfortunately, that feeling didn't last long. Now, let's jump into Chairshot Gaming's review of Star Wars Battlefront 2. First up is the single player. The latest addition in this installment is a campaign. It stars Iden Versio, the leader of the Empire's Inferno Squad. The elite three people who do something? It's never really explained well. At least if it is, I didn't catch it. You play through her journey in what feels less like a brand new Star Wars story and more like an excuse to play as Luke Skywalker and Kylo Ren. If that wasn't bad enough, the campaign is only 5 hours long. So by the time you start enjoying yourself, you'll have already reached the bullshit cliffhanger non-ending. Besides the campaign, we have arcade mode, replacing skirmish from the last game. In this mode, you can play as the heroes and infantry to tackle different combat scenarios. Take on the resistance as Kylo Ren or cut down clone troopers as Darth Maul. These modes can be fun and can net you some limited credits to spend on multiplayer. Unfortunately, their appeal wears off fast and you'll find yourself feeling bored sooner rather than later. There's also a custom arcade. Unfortunately, its limited gameplay and map options make it a poor replacement for the skirmish mode from the previous installment. Now let's get to the meat of the game, the multiplayer. There are 5 different game modes to choose from this time around. Galactic Assault is the best mode to show what the game has to offer. It has massive battles with multiple objectives on all your favorite Star Wars locations from all 3 eras. These landscapes are gorgeous and will make you truly feel like you're a small part of a massive battle. You use battle points you get from defeating enemies or playing the objective to buy heroes and vehicles. The heroes themselves are difficult to get, but satisfying to play. If you want to get some practice with your favorite hero, maybe give Heroes vs. Villains a try. In this mode, join other players in a 4v4 deathmatch. While this can be really fun and chaotic, most matches devolve into all the heroes with lightsabers slamming into each other until someone dies. Next we have Starfighter Assault. Jump in your X-Wing or TIE Fighter and shoot lasers in space. There's objectives to defend or destroy, but it's really just an excuse to shoot other players out of the sky. Gone is the automatic lock-on of the previous games. Now you actually have to lead your shot, though there's an indicator to help you. Overall, this is the best game mode behind Galactic Assault. For a more close encounter experience, try Blast or Strike. In Strike, 2 teams of 8 players face off in objective-based scenarios. Capture or defend 2 objectives or escort a payload to its destination. Blast is your standard team deathmatch. These 2 modes are fun, but lack the strategy of Galactic Assault. As far as the troopers go, we have actual classes this time. Play as Assault, Heavy, Specialist, and Officer. Each class feels unique and distinct, and each have their own weapons to unlock by getting a certain amount of kills. The only downside is that if you're like me, you don't get a lot of kills, so unlocking these can take forever. And that brings me to the big thing holding this game back from being truly great, the progression system. Basically, you got your star cards, which act as upgrades to your skills. How do you get these star cards along with the crafting parts to upgrade them? Why, loot boxes, of course. These will run you between 2,200 and 4,000 credits. The problem is you only get about 350 credits if you perform as well as me, which, granted, isn't very well at all. This can all be easily exploited by microtransactions. While there are none as of this writing, it has been said they will return. The good news is the DLC is still free as advertised. The bad news, however, is this doesn't make up for the predatory tactics used by EA leading up to release. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is the textbook definition of a mixed bag. There's so much good in this game for the hardcore Star Wars fan, but it's bogged down by the lackluster single-player options and terrible progression system, which means I can't in good conscience recommend it to anyone. We give this game a 5 out of 10.
This has been another segment of Chairshot Gaming. I'm Johnny Homicide.
I'm Ryan Dudley.
Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Thank you.